you put Son in the middle. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he needs to find out that does not work.
Right.
Son is not a number 9. He's not up there. Stop putting him up there. Like that. This is also like where I'm having a problem with this lineup too. Basuma, Sarr, Bentancur. Pick one.
That's
the manager. Players. That's tactics. How is it their fault? They know how to defend.
Welcome to Hermanos FC. And on this episode of the weekly Kickoff, we're going to talk about Spurs. We're going to talk about Inter Miami. And we're going to play a little game. So at the top, real quick, Spurs tied 2-2 against Bournemouth. Let me put this up on the screen, Juan, so you could see.
They have the majority of the possession, but somehow they have more shots.
4 to their 8.
I don't know, man. I think
does this mean anything? Does this mean anything? Does it mean anything?
No. I mean, at this point, my problem is that, like, tactically, he needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to put a little bit of fault on Ange for once this time.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to change something up. Because we have a majority of the possession. You only do 4 shots. And that high pressing gets us countered really fast.
But then
if you're gonna be majority possession and high press, the volume of shots needs to be higher. Right?
No, okay,
that's the idea behind like a Liverpool, a Man City when they were dominant. It was just their high pressing and they put a chokehold on the teams that they can't even play out. With Spurs, you could play out with us immediately. It's almost like easy to play out.
So then what do you think is like the issue then? Because it's like outcome versus play style versus like what you see versus stats. The way that they play, mind you, is detrimental to a degree, obviously. But then if they didn't play like that, they wouldn't have had the game either.
Dude, first of all,
I'm just saying, like,
that you got a fortunate penalty, so it's not like they came back and rumbled on and were like, oh, they upped their shots on target or none of that. They got a fortunate penalty because Kepa came out late, so it's a mistake on Kepa's part. And then the worldie that you don't know if it's a cross or a shot from Sarr.
Yeah,
you're gonna count on that every game. Can you count on that on the next game? In the next game, can you count on a goalie making a mistake and giving you a penalty and hitting a wonderful cross/shot that you don't know if it's that? That's what I'm saying. Like that it doesn't fit the style anymore. Like now it's time to kind of adjust or like, I don't know. If you're gonna be that up, just be like, yo, dude, I need shots. I need shots from distance. I need... so then they come out. Because the teams press back so far, but none of us take shots from far. Bergvall did one and it hit the post.
Then what it comes to, so does it come down to the tactics or the players?
It's tactics.
But what are the players doing then that they can't string passes together to make it good attacking runs and stuff like that? Son is off.
Yeah.
He's not playing well. Solanke was kind of like a little bit absent. Basuma played not well. Look, I'm going to pull up the player ratings. We could see that overall Bournemouth had 6.6. Tottenham had a 4. We could see the starting 11 and all that kind of stuff. So like, we could see here that
that's a high rating for Spence.
You don't think he played that well because the 2 goals were like on him.
Were on him.
Yeah.
Danzo also too. Was too high for him.
But then you see here, like, Bergwall, probably the best player that day.
Like this is also like where I'm having a problem with this lineup too, is that you have 3 number 5s, and if you guys don't know what a number 5 is, they're defensive midfields. Mm-hmm. You have 3 number 5s on the field: Basuma, Sarr, Bentancur. Pick one.
Mm-hmm.
Pick one and put him where he needs to, where Betancourt is.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It should have been my lineup for this team. The forwards are fine. Even the defense are fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's that midfield. I'd put either Bergvall instead of Basuma and Madison instead of Sarr. Keep Betancourt in. Betancourt be the replaceable one.
Yeah, having that many number 5s who can't create.
And we don't defend. So it defeats the purpose.
Right, because they're technically supposed to... Technically, the way this is set up, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that it's supposed to lock in the midfield.
The midfield should not be passed through with those three, technically.
Right. But that doesn't...
They got cut up in like string cheese
but
yesterday.
see, okay, so then what I'm saying is then that's
the manager.
Players?
That's tactics. That's tactics. How is it their fault? They know how to defend.
Okay. So now you said something that let me just pull up, because I have my own. What I think really is the matter is the higher ups, because it's the same issue that's happening at Man United. I'm gonna link.
Go.
Yeah. Let me make my point. I think that really truly, Ange can have his issues and stuff like that, and I don't think that he shouldn't have a criticism. But the team that I've seen play out of their socks was based on how he made them play. And like, I don't know how you change, you tell me what happens here. How do the same players stop playing well? Because that doesn't fucking make sense. That doesn't track to me. So you can say tactics, but then the same players...
I want to say that's mental. When they're tired of losing, they're physically tired, they're coming off of injuries.
Right. So then that becomes a thing where like this team historically for the last couple seasons hasn't had the backing since
but there's also like there's also it comes to a point where it's a little tactically now. That's where it's now he's brushing up on it.
Mm-hmm.
How do we have the youth, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had these youth players come in and dominate.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they at now? When they're playing better than half of these people.
Yeah. Well,
why can Arsenal do it? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Put in those youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
Why can Barcelona do it? Why all these things? Those dudes are pretty talented.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And they played well.
Dude, if the big team's not playing, if the main team, because of their names, aren't playing, put in the youth. I'm not saying full youth team, but
see, here's the thing that it's happened already in the season. They'll put a young kid in,
but no, because it's a dumb stuff too. No, it's not. They took out Dom, and then what do? You put Son in the middle. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he needs to find out that does not work. That's why I'm saying it tactically now.
Right.
Son is not a number 9. He's not up there. Stop putting him up there. It's not his position.
Yeah.
Put in a Dane Scarlett up there.
Yeah.
Put in a Mikey Moore, which he did come in, didn't he?
Not this game, but he does come in.
I think Mikey Moore came in.
Not for this.
No?
No, you can see here the subs. After a difficult period of things that happened in the middle, I am back with the group and happy to be able to help the team. There is certainly a lot to correct and work on, but we are together and eager to turn the situation around. See you on Thursday. We will come back stronger than ever, all together at Spurs Official. Thankful for the physios of Argentina for getting me out of a bad moment and putting me back on the field where I am so happy. Thank you for all the support always.
Yeah.
Nothing weird there that you saw?
I'm not reading too much into it, and I don't think you should either.
Okay. Nothing weird there?
No, don't be one of these people that pick out, but look what he said on this line. Thankful for the physios. No, dude. He's happy to be back and playing. That's it.
Okay, fair. End the story.
That's it. Cut up.
All right. You had your last take on
Thursday.
What is...
Okay, so...
Yeah.
It's not a hot take because it's not. It's just real. It is what it is. That team that they play in the Europa, I don't know how to pronounce her name. AZ Alkmaar?
Yeah. Let's see. Let me do a pronunciation versus AZ Alkmaar. Yeah.
Okay. And I get it. They were, they were still part of the injuries and all that stuff and playing away. So I hate coddling them, but we'll chalk it up as that. Spurs have no business losing to this team on Thursday.
At their home.
Yeah. You could say whatever you want, be like, oh man, but they're good in their league. Yeah, in their league. Not in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Because if this team gets in the Premier League, they get relegated. So they have no business losing to them on Thursday.
Yeah.
If they do lose and get eliminated by this team, I think it's probably time to start looking for another coach.
So should he not finish out the season?
I mean, let him finish the season, but you have it sure that at the end of the season, we'll probably look somewhere else.
Really?
You don't have a business. You have now in the tournament. I think if they win this, they go play Lazio.
Yeah.
Lazio's a good team.
Yeah.
Right? Chelsea are still in this tournament. All these teams like that. Atletico Bilbao is still in this tournament.
I don't think Chelsea's still in this tournament.
Oh, no, they're in the other one. Sorry.
Man United.
Sorry, my bad. Atletico Bilbao, Lazio.
There's a lot of teams.
There's a lot of teams.
Roma.
Those teams you could be like, damn, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not one of them.
Right.
And hot take, whatever, be like, you don't know how they play in their league. Yeah. It's not Premier League.
Okay, so then let's say they win. Let's say they move on, but they get kicked out of the tournament.
I'm okay with keeping Ange.
After that.
Yeah, I'm okay with keeping
But also how they finish the season.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to finish top 4. We're not going to be in Champions League, but, I say you keep them on after that. This game definitely decides if he should go or not. I'm not saying he needs to win the tournament. I would like him to.
Yeah.
He can't lose to teams like this. That's where I'm going to draw the line at his criteria, his level. Yeah. He can't lose to teams like this.
Inter Miami won yesterday, 1-0 with, it was crazy. It was 10 men down because of the damn goalie and his, he came out. He was like in the midfield technically.
No, he wasn't. You're such an exaggerator, dude.
He was literally midfield.
Find this video because you do not know what you're talking about right now, and you were at the game.
Well, okay. Well, tell me about the game. Did you get to see any of it?
No, I didn't see anything, dude. Inter Miami red card. Stop putting a red card. It's every red card known to man.
I'm finding it. Hang on.
God.
I'm finding it. Stop yelling at me. The whole point, I guess, that I'm trying to make is that...
Okay, look.
Okay.
So get it. Ready? Through ball. Now, my question is, was he not offsides before that?
It felt like it was, huh?
Yeah, so like...
Because, mind you, I was at the stadium, so I didn't see...
Go back a little bit, see if you can see
I think they're going to replay it. Give me a second. They're going to replay it. I was that's towards the other side, so I couldn't see.
If it was really offsides, this red card doesn't make sense because let's see.
It seems like they took off.
I think it wasn't. Okay.
But he didn't touch
him. Did. Yeah, he clipped him. Look.
He got in his way.
He clipped him. He clipped right here. Look, it's not like a... The problem is that it wasn't a hard foul or anything like that. The problem is that there's nobody else on goal, so it's an automatic goal. It's denying a goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah. That tracks. Well, besides the red card, 10 men down. This was in the 38th, so a lot of time for Charlotte to like get on it. So the first half ended and like 0-0. I was literally I went to go get water, dude. It was 96 degrees, dude. It was so hot. And we're in the supporter section, so there's no shade. There's no anything, dude. It was so boiling. And I was literally getting water towards the end of the break. And then I hear like everyone cheering. I guess the game had started. They scored a goal like right away. It was like the first couple seconds. And then it was 1-0 for the rest of the game with 10 men down. Messi didn't come in, which I thought, like, if Charlotte was going to score, if it was going to get a lot tighter, that he kind of come in there to finish the game off, but he never came on. And Miami held their own.
The weird thing about, like, this whole, like, Messi thing is that, like, it's, like, weird because they're saying it's, like, fatigue. Mm-hmm. He only played the first game, like, of the season.
Then he played the Champions Cups. He played all the Champions Cups except the last one with Jamaica. He's played all those games.
What are you talking about? There are no Champions Cups. Jamaica was the first one.
No, there weren't. Kansas City was the first team.
Oh, the cold one. Did that leave him that fatigued?
There was 2 games. They were playing 2 games a week for the last 3 weeks.
Okay, but then now he missed Houston.
Right,
he missed away at Houston. He missed the home game of that Caribbean team.
Right, he's missed 3 games,
and now he's missed that. Come on,
3 games within a span of a week and a half.
He's got to play one of them.
It's a week and a half break. They're trying to save him. Like, it's not. I get it. Like, they're trying to save him. Like,
you don't see Cristiano Ronaldo doing this.
Okay, Messi. Messi doesn't have to prove shit anymore to anybody.
It's not proven. It's not proven it. Also, the other problem is that, like, at least tell Inter Miami, like, update your roster not 10 minutes before the game. So
that is some bullshit where people are getting charged with an arm and a leg to go see not Messi play.
But
you said you didn't feel bad about it. You said that. You were like, I don't care. I don't feel bad.
Well, I do care because I want less people in the stadium.
Oh, now you care?
I care because I don't want that many people in the stadium.
Okay.
I'm going to go regardless of Messi not being there or being there. Well, I'm saying so a lot of these people don't waste their time and waste my time looking at you. So I can watch the beautiful game of football.
So then
that's why I care. I don't care about their prices or how much they spent.
Well, I think he's gonna come in soonish.
The next game he should be in.
Yeah, he should.
Not the Caribbean game. No. They're already winning 2-0.
Yeah,
so.
He's not gonna come in for that. They play
and
really
I wouldn't either.
Too.
I wouldn't either. They play Atlanta United on Sunday.
On Sunday?
Sunday night.
Him not coming into this last game, for me, it was just like, which is good. I don't know. I feel like the always issue with him, it was mostly in Argentina, was that depending on him way too much doesn't create a better team. And so...
100%. Yeah.
They were doing this last season too, but this is a whole new team. So, like, the fact that they still pulled it through, Charlie was tough. Zaha was playing like...
a man on a mission.
Well, he hasn't lost a step. But the problem is, though, that one dude, he's not Messi, right? So, like,
and he's not surrounded by, like...
Yeah, he can't take on... But he was, like... There was at one point, I remember he like, took on, like, 3 players. And he, like, almost got... But you can't. It's, like, really impossible to do that, right? Like, you do 1, 2 is if you're lucky, 3 is if you're, like, Maradona, or Messi. But, like, even Messi can't do that sometimes when he gets surrounded by so many players, sometimes, depending on their tactics. Sometimes.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm saying sometimes.
Dude, I will show you highlights.
Sometimes.
That doesn't apply to him. You used the wrong name.
In the MLS.
No. It's even worse.
I said even him sometimes.
Dude, last year he took on 4, 5, 6, 7 people. Dude, you're crazy.
Zaha just couldn't do all that, but you could tell that he was fucking dangerous. He was so dangerous. Yeah. I'm surprised that that the score was what it was. I thought
they need to bolster up their midfield and they'll be all right.
Yeah,
they need one creative player and they'll be good because even their 2 forwards are actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the stats here, I'll pull them up. Possession was but
that doesn't matter because they had a red card. So stats right now don't really in a red card game so early that doesn't really matter.
But they played well though. They played well. It was up to Inter Miami to
and Miami still had majority of possession with the red card.
They played well. They played really well. So I guess my thing is that obviously I think it's way too early to like tell, but how far do you think Inter Miami takes it just based on what you've seen?
I mean, they'll go to the playoffs again. I'm not worried about them. I got to see the rest of the teams because they got knocked out by Atlanta United, but Atlanta United brought Almiron back,
Oh, that's right.
and he was doing well at Newcastle. It's just time for him to go. And let's see what these other teams that souped up their squad. The San Diego's doing well.
San Diego's doing really well.
San Jose's doing better. Columbus Crew
Well,
are
the thing
always
is that
doing
they do
well.
it by East-West, right?
Yeah,
So
but still, LA Galaxy's on a 4-game losing streak, and they won everything. So can you really?
Yeah, I'm just. Yesterday was such a good indicator in terms of like where the team's going because they didn't depend on Messi. Like
my thing is
Mascherano was like, oh, they should put
the only
in.
thing is that Mascherano has made this team now with like a chippy, made Inter Miami chippy.
Oh,
This
sure.
goes like 3 games or 4 games now where there's a red card in each game.
Oh, that's right. Huh?
Yeah, so he's made them like.
We're gonna fight.
Yeah, like
we're gonna make you guys tougher.
Yeah. So he's made them tougher. Maybe that's what they were missing last year, that they were soft.
They still need to. It's so crazy that Luis Suarez is playing full 90 minutes. Like I don't.
How does he not need a break with them dusty ass knees? But Messi needs a break for 3 games.
Luis Suarez isn't Messi. He doesn't have that pull. I swear to God, Messi comes in with flip flops. It's just like, and it's like, nah, I'm not feeling it today. And they're not gonna question him. Look, it's so funny. It just kind of like how I just see the executive higher up, like possible conversations, the owners and stuff. Which is those 2 the Cuban brothers, and then David Beckham, and I'm sure other execs, but those are like the front facing that I know. And they're not telling Messi shit at all. I know they're not telling Messi a fucking thing. Then we got everyone in the team and all that stuff. No one's telling him shit either. There's no teammate. There's no one on that team that's going to say anything. And Mascherano is a proper Argentinian who sees Messi possibly like in just another, he frames him probably in some other kind of situation. So he's not telling Messi what to do either.
No one's telling Messi what to do.
No one's telling Messi what to do either. So if he's like, yeah, I don't feel like playing, I'm not going to play.
If he's like, yo, my knee's a little sore, he's off for the month.
Yeah. No, but in all honesty, I feel like he is like that lightning bolt that the team might need when. Because even though he hasn't been playing these last couple of games, he is still the figurehead of that team. Like, it's not like he is off and, like, they don't need him or anything like that. Who the fuck wouldn't want Messi to play on the team? But I think that the way they're framing it possibly is, like...
When he comes in...
it's, like, it's purposeful. It's for a reason. It's for games that, like... Not that the games don't matter, but, like, the Cavalier game that they're playing again, like, he's not going to play that game.
No.
Right, so it's like it's very like where do we need him the most?
But that's the kind of where like also like the issue is they switched the stadiums from like 15,000 people stadium to now 30,000 because Messi's coming, and he's not gonna play.
But you still feel like they'll get pretty far.
I don't know. I got to see what the other teams look like too. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
I got to just see what the other teams look like because it's still they're only 2 games into the season.
It's early on.
5v5. Who's a better team? Would I be yours or you be mine?
All right, and we're gonna I guess have people kind of like just comment really.
Yeah. Whose team is better?
Juan's team. All right. So we'll start with our goalie.
All right.
Are you gonna pick a formation? How are you gonna build?
I guess we'll do the same formation, so you don't cry about it later and be like,
no, I won't cry. You can do your own formation. I just want to know what you're doing.
Huh?
What formation are you doing?
I'm doing 2. 2-1-2s.
2-2-1-2.
2-2-1-2.
2-2-1-2. That's
6.
I thought we were doing 5.
5.
So what is your 5 formation?
Dude, why do I have to tell you my formation? That's another thing too. Like you're not getting that. Why do I need to tell you my formation?
I'm gonna know anyway. So what are you talking about? Okay, fine. Go ahead and pick. picking people. We'll start at goalie. I'm assuming you want a goalie.
Yeah, we're going goalie.
Okay, so who do you, and we also can't pick the same player, right?
No.
Okay. So who gets first pick? Rock, paper, scissors.
All right, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Suck it.
Shit. All right. You get first pick of goalie.
Okay, I get Allison.
Allison?
Yeah.
I get Oblak as my goalie.
Damn.
Yeah.
You already lost.
Nah, no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay. Then I got my defender.
Okay.
All right.
Pick your defender.
I'm gonna go with Van Dijk.
Oh, fuck. What's a good defender out there that is like really balling right now?
Go ahead, cause I already got my next one.
I think the defender that I want to pick next is someone who's strong, someone who's versatile. You know who I really want back there? Because I think I know what my team needs to be like. I'm gonna pick Mickey. Mickey Van de Ven.
Nice, nice. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm going Rudiger.
Okay, cool. That's a good one too.
You're gonna get destroyed, man.
So you're picking two defenders?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I really kind of can't think of another defender. I'm gonna have to look. And you can't see, so I'm gonna turn off the mirroring so you can't see what I'm picking.
Come on, man.
Hang on. I don't want to lose. I think I want Saliba as my other defender.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right. It's a damn right.
So we got two defenders.
Two defenders. Yeah.
All right. And then we're gonna have to do one midfield and one striker.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Just so you know. So it's a 2-1-1, but it's an indoor game, so they all kind of float around. So
right.
chill out, right? This doesn't necessarily translate to a big field.
Go on.
Right?
Yeah.
My midfield is going to be.
Oh, I already know. How I want my midfield to be.
I need a creative dude.
Yeah.
Right? You know what? I'm gonna go Salah.
As a midfielder?
Yeah, dude, because he's creative. You try to take that ball away from him.
He is, man.
He gets through like.
Damn, that's a really good.
Try to muscle him too.
Damn, that's a really good pick. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want youth,
speed.
speed. I want attack, and so my midfield is gonna be
Jude.
Yeah, because he can control the tempo. He can control what everyone else is doing around him, because those defenders can also run in.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So he'll be like pretty centralized.
All right.
All right, that's my midfield.
And then my main man up top.
Yeah, your main dizzle.
My main dizzle. I'm gonna go with Haaland up top.
Damn. Okay, that's so you got. Let's go.
So I got
Your
Allison.
team is done.
My team's done. I got
Allison goalie.
I got Van Dijk, Rudiger.
Strong defense.
Right. I got Salah in the midfield. I know he doesn't play there, but he'll work.
Right. He'll work.
He'll work. And I got Haaland up top.
Okay.
Can you beat my 5?
I'm gonna. So my last piece of the puzzle, and there's a lot of options to pick. There you have Haaland at the top, yeah? So I think this has to be a complete striker, I feel. Like a complete goal scorer. And I'm thinking 2 people. And I'm going to tell you who they are. I think Mbappe at the top, but I'm also thinking Messi at the top.
Damn, he is current.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about that.
So who will fit better in my team? Messi at the top or Kylian because of the speed? I'm going to pick Messi.
You're going to go Messi.
Yeah. So my team is Oblak, Mickey, Saliba, Jude, and Messi at the top. Now, who wins that 5v5? If you were to see that game like that, who's winning this?
My team.
Your team?
Yeah.
My team's gonna win it.
I don't think so.
All right. So if I guess I'm curious to see who's gonna pick this, like the best 5, right?
Yeah.
Put in the comments below if you think it's like Team Rudy or Team Juan, and we'll see who's the winner, who's the loser. We'll talk about it in the next video. That'll be really fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. Suck it, Arsenal. All right. It's hot in there.